Naomi Monk, a personal branding and marketing consultant with her own firm, Monk Business Solutions. Naomi specializes in personal branding and marketing solutions for practice professionals and contractors. Welcome, Naomi.
Hi, Tim. Thank you for having me on today.
Well, it's my pleasure. Let's get right to it then, shall we? First of all, you say that there are 4 super trends that are changing consumer behavior, and that if a business owner knows how to strategically capitalize on these trends, they can create a personal brand and marketing system that can literally double their client base in as little as 30 days. Now that sounds like a pretty tall order, Naomi.
Tim, it does sound that way, but it is actually very doable when you have the right know-how, and I plan to share that with you and our listeners today.
Very good. Let's start with identifying the 4 super trends. What are they?
Well, these 4 super trends are the following. The first one is mobile phone obsession. Next would be local internet search, then social media obsession, and finally, online reputation search.
Can you elaborate briefly on each of these?
Okay. Well, the first one I mentioned is mobile phone obsession. And we certainly see that all around us today. People are really attached to their phones. You know, it's always with them wherever they go. It's always within arm's reach, and they always seem to be on their phone. Isn't that true? Now, the number of smartphone users actually is quite huge. So let me share with you a few statistics about this. Right now, nearly 60% of adult Americans have a smartphone. 80% of smartphone users are between the ages of 25 and 34 years old. 70% of these smartphone users are 35 to 44, and 55% of smartphone users are 45 to 54 years old. So these really are huge numbers, and they're only going to continue to get bigger.
Well, we've got to find a way to tap into that. The next super trend you talk about is local internet search.
Yes. Now, isn't it true? Whoever opens up a phone book anymore to find a local business? Really, these phone books are dinosaurs. Even other traditional advertising like newspapers, magazine ads, even direct mail, their effectiveness has been on the decline for quite a few years. So what are people doing instead? Well, they're turning to the internet to find a local business or service. And they're doing this in large numbers. Let me again share with you what smartphone users are doing in particular.
Can you give an example, Naomi, of the kind of search volume?
Just a moment. Let me share the statistics with our viewers for just a bit. Notice here that we have a Google study, and it shows that 95% of smartphone users, they looked up local information. 61% call a business, 59% visit a business, and 44% make a purchase. So that's about 88% of these local searchers taking this type of action within a single day. So this is very powerful.
Impressive. Can you give me an example of the kind of search volume that you're talking about?
Of course. Well, of course, it does depend on the type of business and the population of the community, but here's an example. People searching for a cosmetic dentist in the city of Newport Beach, that search volume is 480 searches every single month. That is quite substantial. So can you imagine a cosmetic dentist that knows how to capitalize on the super trend? They could literally explode their business in a very short period of time.
Naomi, next you mentioned social media obsession as a super trend. What's that all about?
Well, people love to be social. Now they can be very social on the internet because of all of the websites that have cropped up. Let me share with you some interesting statistics about this super trend. Now, first of all, social networking, this is the #1 internet activity that people are engaging in, and Americans spend 37 minutes every day on these social sites. And of course, these are sites we are familiar with, such as Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest, Instagram, and there are others. Of course, the 800-pound gorilla of social sites is Facebook. So I always encourage a business, no matter what type of business they're in, they need to have a Facebook page. Why? Because their current customers are on Facebook, their future customers are on Facebook, And consumers pretty much expect all the brands they interact with and buy from to have a Facebook page.
You're right. I've certainly noticed that the big brands feature their Facebook page in their television commercials and in their print ads.
Yes, very true. And why do they do this? Because they know that they can interact with their fans or customers in a way that they cannot do so on their website. And this type of interaction, they have found, really is a big driver of the sales for their products and services. So we should all follow what the big brands are doing right now because it's working.
Naomi, your fourth super trend, I believe you said, is online reputation search. Please explain.
Well, as far as online reputation search is concerned, really now experts say we live in a reputation economy. Websites like eBay and Amazon, they really have conditioned consumers to rely on and trust online reviews by other users. And let me give you 4 important revelations about this super trend. 9 out of 10 customers, they read online reviews before they visit a business. 7 out of 10 consumers trust a business with a minimum of 6 to 10 positive reviews. And customers are spending money. They spend 31% more on companies that have these excellent reviews, and even a 1-star increase on a Yelp rating, that translates into a 5 to 9% increase in revenue.
That's pretty impressive. I can see now why you say these super trends are truly changing consumer behavior. So how do these trends affect building a personal brand and then marketing to consumers?
Well, all these trends that I've mentioned, they are really all tied to the internet. We now know that a business's next customer, they're spending their time on the internet searching for local products and services. They're spending time on the internet being social, not just with friends, but with the brands they like. And they're also going online to look up the reputation and positive reviews of a company before they spend their money with them. So doesn't it make sense for a business to make a concerted effort to build a personal brand online too?
That makes perfect sense. But how does a business go about doing this?
The key is positioning. And a business wants to position themselves like a local celebrity. I like to say like a local rock star. And position themselves to be the trusted authority and market leader in their field of expertise and in their community. And when they do this, then they're going to be the #1 and only choice a consumer will make to trust to do business with.
And how do you position yourself as the trusted authority?
Well, you must create multiple and very favorable or glowing online assets. And these assets need to dominate the search results of Google or the other search engines. So it would be a good exercise, I think, for a business to actually type their name into Google, their personal name or their company name, and see what kind of results they get. Now, they might be surprised. If the first page of search results are what I consider those boring business directory listings, that's not helping you build a personal brand. That's not letting people see what kind of experience you have or how you've helped other clients or customers in the past. Now, worse than that, if those first page of results are negative reviews, 1, 2, 3-star reviews, or if you're showing up on those complaint websites like Ripoff Report, you are in deep trouble. So really the bottom line is a business needs to build a rockstar personal brand in order to win their next customer over their competition. And if they do this, then they're going to do so very easily.
So, Naomi, to summarize, you're saying that a business must build a personal brand online that is made up of website properties that make them look like the trusted authority. Is that right?
That's exactly right, Tim. And I have specific recommendations of the type of online assets a business needs to create in order to develop this rockstar personal brand.
Yes, I understand those recommendations are in a free white paper that you've written and that you're making available to our viewers.
Yes, and in this white paper, I list what I call the 10 pillars of positioning. And if you build these 10 pillars, this will be a solid foundation on which to build a rock star personal brand. And the result should be a big increase in business. And as we said at the start, yes, it could even mean doubling or tripling your business in as little as 30 days if you do it right.
So to download your white paper, our viewers can go to your website, which is monkbusinesssolutions.com/rockstar. Let me repeat that. If you want the white paper, you can get it free by going to monkbusinesssolutions.com/rockstar. Is that the right address?
The white paper is available right now for delivery.
Naomi, I want to thank you for your time and these valuable business insights on how a business owner can build a personal brand and a marketing system to generate more clients.
Tim, it's been my pleasure to be with you today. Thank you.
I'm Tim Welch with the Local Chat. Thanks for joining us today.